Yo, what's going on everybody? You in the thumbnail, you've read the title. So today I want to talk about the problems with making another Call of Duty World War II game. So as you all know, the next Call of Duty game is rumored to be Call of Duty World War II Vanguard, developed by Sledgehammer Games. Now, you guys saw my video before that on the COD community's distrust in Sledgehammer Games, and if you didn't, go ahead and watch it. It's a pretty decent video in my opinion. But nonetheless, I did touch on the COD community's distrust in Sledgehammer Games, but now I want to talk about the setting of World War II and just the problems that come with it, especially how Activision is nowadays. So, with that being said, let's get into the video, guys. Alright, so let's just start off, I guess, with the very first problem and the most blatant problem with making a Call of Duty World War II game, and that is staying true to the setting. Now, Cold War already has a problem with staying true to delivering that Cold War style that we were promised by David Vonderhaar in the beginning of the game. We were promised a Cold War shooter and the battles that never happened in the Cold War and things like that, and 80s vibes, and that completely didn't happen whatsoever. So why is this gonna be different with World War II? And honestly, probably it's not going to be different. But the thing is, Cold War has already destroyed itself. It's already destroyed its identity. It does not resemble the Cold War whatsoever. And while I don't know who's the reason behind this, I don't know why the Cold War completely lost its entire sense of identity, but that's the big problem with making a World War II game. Cold War is a little bit less restrictive, but the further back in time you go, the more restrictive you have to be. The more, like, the less weird weapons you can put into the game, the less fun you can have with certain weapons. Like, you're gonna have a really hard time pulling off a purple anime tracer pack in a World War II Call of Duty game. I mean, well, it worked in the Cold War, so, who cares about that? But the thing with making a World War II video game is, you put yourself in this box where you're very limited as to what you can do. For example, I mean, you can put purple tracer packs in, but then it loses its identity, just like Cold War already has. But you're limited to guns like the Thompson, the PPSH, the M1 Garand, the Kar 98K, etc., etc. You're limited to those weapons. You can't put crazy, wacky weapons in. You can't really put too many crazy camos in either, because it's a World War II game, and the more you start to deface the, World War II Call of Duty game that you want to make, the less it resembles that vibe. And I don't have a problem with going back to World War II. I just think futuristic CODs work better because you can do crazy things with damage where, like, bullets do more damage the farther away they are. You can do crazy things like that. Whereas in a World War II game, you really got to pay attention to balance, and you also got to pay attention to realism at the exact same time when you make games like this. That's the problem. Now, I'm not somebody who cares about my game being incredibly rooted in World War II. I don't want it to be incredibly realistic. Heck, Black Ops 3 is one of my favorite games. You're seeing gameplay of it here. This is not realistic. This is not realistic at all. But when you make a World War II game, I want to feel at least a little bit of a World War II vibe from it. I want to feel at least a little bit immersed in the setting rather than just from the campaign. I want the multiplayer to feel a little bit immersive, something that maybe could slightly happen. But it's just, at the end of the day, it has to at least somewhat resemble World War II. And if it doesn't, then you start to you start to piss off the people who want that. The people who want their game to be very realistic get annoyed. And obviously you can't please everybody, okay? We all know this. But at the end of the day, man, if you're going to make a World War II game, you are restricting yourself to so many things that making a fun game becomes harder the more restrictions you put on yourself. And that's exactly what making a World War II game does. Making a World War II game restricts yourself to only things that at least are somewhat plausible to have happened in World War II. Now, obviously, the One Boom made a great video about how alternate history could work and stuff like that. That could be something that they could do, but if they actually want to stay a World War II Call of Duty game, you're really restricting yourself. And it's not to say it can't be done. It can be. I mean, they proved it. I guess, sort of. Not really. Call of Duty World War II I still find very bland, but, whatever. With that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I don't have much else to say other than the fact that you put yourself so restricted by making a World War II game, and I hope it comes out fun, because we all know skill-based matchmaking is going to be in there, so please make it fun at least, and make it somewhat enjoyable and tolerable, but, you know, whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed this video nonetheless. If you did, make sure to drop a like, sub the channel, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys all later. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Bye-bye.